Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, and today we're doing a short video on these two LED Quest lights by American DJ. I did a previous video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. But anyways, this is a video response to BeatAdventures. He asked a question of if I could do a video with two of them actually master slaved, and so we're going to do it real quick. Pretty simple. But for those of you who aren't familiar with it, all you're doing is linking them up together with a XLR cable and making them work at the same time. So if a red light appears, a red light will appear in the right one. Left one has a blue one, and the same thing if it moves, sideways, 45 degrees, the one on the right will do the same thing. So basically, they're just mimicking each other at the same time. But like I said, we're going to do a quick video, and let's see the back of these things. Alright, to your right is the front end of this LED light. To your left is obviously the rear of it. And let me show you real quick what you need to do to link them up together and master slave them. It has instructions painted right on there. I don't know if you can see it, but they're right here. Okay, if you want to master slave it, the master being the one sending the information excuse me, out to the other one, obviously will be the master. The slave obviously will be the one receiving the information. So in this case, or this instance, it's programmed to be slave mode. Okay, and right here you'll see if you want master on, it has both switches down, so that's where it's at now. Slave on will be up. Okay, and obviously you'll have to attach your cables accordingly. So we'll put this one down because we want to put it as slave mode, and then we're going to grab the cable in just a minute. But just to let you know, on the other one here, this will be the master. Okay, so obviously they have to be up instead of down like the other one, and the other one obviously is going to be receiving the information from this one, since this one will be in master mode. Okay, and what I normally do, just because when you get to a gig, you don't want to get there, set up your lights and put it up on a truss or something pretty high and realize that you did it incorrectly and now your lights aren't going to work. And what I mean by that is if one of them is in slave mode, it will not activate if you connected them incorrectly, or if it's not connected. Only the one that's in master mode will turn on and do its own thing. Okay, so make sure you do that. And what I normally do to avoid this is just put a piece of tape over the one that you want as an input and output. So this being the case of being in master mode, you want to send the information out, so you don't tape up the output, you just tape up the input side. Okay, pretty simple. So that way, like I said, when you get to a gig or something, you don't have to spend time to figure out which one does what. Especially like with me, I have a few lights, so I really don't want to spend more time than I need to setting them up. Okay, so real quickly here, I have a really short XLR cable for this demonstration, but I mean, the sky's the limit. Basically, there's 50-foot ones out there sometimes too, so whatever is your preference or whatever meets your needs. Anyway, here is for your output. Since I said this is the slave, just connect it up here and then bring it on into this one here, connect it to the input. Okay, so remember, the one on the right is in master mode, and the one on your left is slave mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to connect them and turn some music on just so you can see how they work together. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you with a little bit of light here just how it'll react. Like I said, with master slaving them and then without. So just so you can see which light is pointing which light. Hang on one second. Now it may be kind of hard right now with all these multicolors as far as which light is directing what color, but they're both doing the same thing, same type of colors, and that's why it just blends into one simple pattern. Okay. Now, if you were to disable the master slave, like I said, one, if you take out the cable from here, we're going to take the slave out, and I apologize for all the blurring, but we're going to take this out. And what's going to happen in just a minute here, if you notice, one light's working, one's not, and then it shuts off. So, like I said, that's what happens when you don't connect it. The one here is the master mode, okay? So, like I said, that's going to be your problem if you don't connect it properly. Okay. Another thing too is if for some reason they're both in master mode, and I'll turn that one on to master mode. As you can see now, they're both doing different things, unlike before. And again, like I said, I apologize about all the blurring, but anyway, they will still go to the beat, but as you can see, they're not synchronized. So there you go. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but I hope it did get my point across. Any other questions, please feel free to send me an email or to my YouTube email. And any comments or questions, leave them down below. Thanks, and see you soon.